Hello everybody, this is Shane Walton, Lefty Guitars, with my second video of the new year here. Just to mention here, I'm not a professional player or a professional reviewer. I'm just some dude who buys guitars thinking he's talking to other dudes that are also interested in guitars. That's it. Today I'm going to talk about the car I got last month here. This is an ESP SV from Standard, okay, made in Japan model, with original Floyd Rose and a Lexi Laiho bridge pickup here. Now, as you know, I already have one V here. This one here, my Dean VMNT. Okay, so why do I need two Vs? Well, actually, I don't need two Vs. I think for me, Vs are kind of like performance guitars. They're not as much something you play at home, you keep around your home, but it's something you take out and show in front of others, because let's face it, the V is just the design. Your average person just sees it, at least in Japan here, and it just kind of stands out, right? Like I could have like my Sahana out with this beautiful top on it, and a guitar player is like, wow, it's an awesome guitar. But an average player, they just see it as a guitar mostly, right? But they come back, they get a V here, it's like, oh, rock and roll, very cool, and then the women, they just love looking at V's for some reason. V's get people excited, so it's often good for its performance guitar to have a V. But of course, V's, the cases are huge, they're kind of hard to haul around, you often bump them into stuff, so I think every house can have one V, but I don't know if you need more than one V. Anyway, so why am I not satisfied just with my Dean VMNT? Well, I like it a lot. I love the pickups are awesome in it. The neck profile, the D profile is awesome in it. Dave Mustaine specs in that. It looks great. The only thing that the Dean doesn't have is here. It's a Floyd Rose on it, right? So I've always been kind of looking at these ESP guitars, because mostly these Vs, whether it be Arrows or these SVs, are always have kind of Floyd trims on it. And I know Dave Mustaine doesn't like trims on his guitars, but I don't know, just being a kid from the 80s, you kind of want to, hit the whammy bar a bit on this, right? So let's get a quick look at it here. So we've got this great ESP headstock on it there with the ESP logo, locking bridge. We have probably an ebony board on it with medium jumbo frets, 24 frets. This neck pickup is actually a dummy, it doesn't go on. What we have is this bridge pickup, it's a Lexi Laiho. It's got a two-way switch on it, so it's like boost on, boost off. And it has a nice battery pack here, which I actually like the ESP battery pack. Say that you just press it, the battery comes out really easy. It's not plasticky, it's a nice metal one. So they really kind of stands out to me here. So one thing some people wonder about V's, the best way to play when you're sitting down is like to play in the classical position here. Let me get the camera. Right? Like have it on your knee here, okay? And that's this is the way you play a V sitting down, which a lot of play it on like this, it's going to slide off. And I always think guitar should be played in the classical position, because it's the same classical position. When you stand up, it's the same, right? You play like this, when you stand up, it doesn't go the same, right? So I think you just keep playing these in the classical position, right? We have a volume knob here, works great. The Floyd Rose on this is a little bit tarnished. It's an original Floyd Rose, but it stays in great tune. I put a tune today, probably still be tuned tomorrow, and the day after maybe a little tweaks on the bridge tuners, but otherwise it's been fine. And it's a solidly built guitar. Of course, Bs have great upper fret access. Nice comfortable heel joint on this thing here. Okay. No problems on that. So a little bit, one reason I kind of want to know this, because like I said, my Dean V doesn't have the trim. And if it had the trim, I guess maybe now you can get Dean Vs with the trim on it, but they don't make any lefties anymore in Dean, so you have to get special ordered maybe. But I thought maybe I might go into either this or to the Arrow design. If you wonder what's the difference between the Arrow design, it's like in here, your Arrow design have kind of like a hook in here, kind of resting your leg better, right? One good thing about V's when you play them standing up is that if you want to, if you're shredding up top, you could put your leg and you could like anchor it on your leg, and then when you're playing up here, it's not moving on you at all. Well, if you had like a regular like Strat type, you might like the whole thing might move on you here. So that's one advantage of this. Well, this guitar here, I wish I could keep, but actually I've got that a person in America that's actually signed off on this. And one thing about this, the Lefty Liho, you know, when he plays it, it sounds great, but for me, I had really tweaked my amp to get it to a sound that I liked. You know, so the pickups were very different than everything else I had. Well, first of all, I was thinking their EMGs are going to be active, but they're not. They're actually, it's a passive pickup. It's got like a battery for a boost, like an internal boost, like inside of it, and which you got to really use because they're really they weren't that strong passives. I really got to turn up the volume on it a lot. So, and I really love the SD Seymour and Duncan's in the Dave Mustaine signature Duncans in there, so I really like the pickups in that one. If those pickups are in this one, maybe I'd switch to this one here. But also as you notice, the two horns are kind of lopsided, so you can't really stand this up. You have to get a proper stand for these. And actually, even your regular V's, you should not put them on the floor. You should always have a type of Hercules type stand, which suspends it like this, right? You know, so put it on. Those are the kind of stands you really need for this. But also, it looks awesome. You know, it's a 3-piece neck on here. It's a C shape. That one's a D shape. It's a little bit different. Maybe I'd like the D a little bit more, not a whole lot more. And it looks awesome with the ESP on the 12th fret. Really cool. And it's a cool guitar. Too bad it's you know, I already sold it off here, so I get to play it for maybe another week or two, then it's off to America with this. So anyways, that's my little winter kind of month and a half I get to keep it here. This is ESP SV. If you can see when I grab it and try it out, try out the Lefty Liho pickups. They're not quite for me. It's got a 3-band EQ in it too. I forgot to mention that. But anyways, please enjoy it, and see you in the next video. Salut!